Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So today is another episode of Nailed It. If you're unfamiliar with Nailed It was a series started by Lexi Jong, and I will pop her picture up here, where content creators get together, vote on a look, and try to recreate it and see if we can nail it. And this week's look is a 1970s look, and I believe we picked the colors and we all voted because of spring. Spring is officially here. So all the content creators that are participating in this Nailed It will be linked down in the description box for you to check them out as well. And the only rule of Nailed It is you can't purchase anything to create the look. It's a good way to search through what you already have and create the look and see if you can nail it. So let's get to it. So I do already have my brows on. So I'll pop the picture up here of the look that we're trying to recreate. There's no way I can do that to my brows. My brows lay where they lay, and that is it. So all I did was fill them in a little on the bottom and leave the top very natural, since I can't get them to stand up. It just is what it is. I have also spot concealed a little of my hyperpigmentation and prime my lids with the Makeup by Mario Prep and Set. And that is in the shade medium. So when looking at the photo, I have the photo down here on my laptop and I'm taking a look. It looks like she has very light coverage on her complexion. So I was gonna use my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer, and this is in the shade medium 11N. And I'm just going to use a brush. So I've squirted some in the back of my hand, and I'm just going to start dabbing that in. I decided to go with a tinted moisturizer because I'm not big on light coverage foundations. My skin's not at the point where I'm 100% confident going really light. And I could have used she looks really glowy, and I could have used the Chantecaille Future Skin Gel, but I wear that one so often. I really wanted to take the opportunity to use something I haven't used in a long time. And I think I haven't used this since the summer. Like, it's just a summer go-to for me when I don't want a lot of coverage and I want my no makeup look. So this coverage is really nice. It's very sheer, but it evens out the skin. I really like it. So I have it on this side, and I feel like it's a great shade match. In looking at the photo, I feel like she has more sheer coverage on her forehead than her face. And it could just very well be the other complexion products she has on the lower portion of the face. But on her forehead, you could really see her freckles. So I'm gonna try to keep this very sheer on the forehead. And there we are. And I don't have a very sheer concealer. That's the color of my skin, so I'm just gonna bring this up. Because in the photo, it does look like it's the same color all the way up. And that worked really well. See, I brought the foundation all the way up here, not here. That worked pretty well. So there we go, complexion is on. I think that looks good. I think that's very sheer coverage. So looking at the photo, I feel like she's very mattified down here and glowy with a lot of highlighter here. I'm just going to set my under eye with my Becca under eye setting powder. She looks very matte under the eyes as well. And I'm just gonna focus that there because I am oily and I don't want that shifting around. And with my Laura Mercier setting powder, I'm just gonna work that into my La Mer powder brush. And I'm going to just try to mattify the forehead a little and down here. And stay away from where she looks glowy, more towards the cheekbones. I'm pretty sure highlighter has a lot to do with that, but we will get there. So let me get my hair out the way and we will start with the eyes. So with the eyes, I see she has a light pink in the transition and then like lavender purples and different shades of purple everywhere else. So I was planning on using a combination of palettes, both which are new to me because I didn't purchase them for this challenge, but this was gifted to me, the Natasha Denona Love palette by Ashley Willard. And I purchased in my last CCO haul, if you saw, the Tom Ford Daydream palette. So I'm hoping to use a combination of the two to create a look. And I'll pop the picture up here, and throughout the video, I'll pop the picture up here so you can see as we go along. So it looks like she has a very soft pink in the transition. So I'm gonna go in with this shade down here called Valentine on my, it's a Queen blending brush. And her hair's kind of in the way, so I can't tell the full shape, but it looks like it's out of it. So I'm just gonna bring this in the transition and start bringing it down. So there's that Valentine shade, and I'm just gonna do this eye and then I'll do the other eye off camera. Next, I'm gonna use, this is like a flat shadow brush, and I believe I said Queen, these are Crown. And I'm thinking I'm gonna go into this shade Dream and just build the shape. So it looks like she really has this very precise, and then blend it out. That is a little lighter than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to switch and go with Tusk with the BK Beauty 207 and create the shape. And again, I can't see her outer corner to really get a good grasp on the exact shape. And I will have the Instagram page linked in the description box as well on where we found the photo, and give credit where credit is due. So there's that darker shade. It's not blended towards the bottom, but what I am going to do, I'm going to go back into that Dream shade, that lighter purple, and then buff this out and blend this out. And then we might go back in with Valentine. So I'm going to go back in with Valentine, just add that soft pink back that I feel kind of got lost. That's really pretty. So now I'm going to switch to the Tom Ford Daydream and go into this top right shade right here and put that all over the lid with a Rephr 1. So I'm going to put this all over the lid. This is a really pretty purple. This is my first time using this palette. That is a very pretty purple. I feel like I want to intensify that crease color. So I'm going to go back with the 207 into the shade Trust. And the shade Trust was in the Love palette. So far, so good. Next, I'm going to go into this bottom right shade. And I'm going to clean off my BK Beauty 207. And it looks like she has a lighter shimmery shade above the lashes and down the center of the lid. So that's what I'm going to do. Just bring the shimmer. What I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to wet it. And that definitely gives the intensity I was looking for. And then I'm going to bring that in the center. Then I'm going to go back to this shade that we used all over the lid and kind of just place that so the color doesn't get lost. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to get this shade here and bring that all the way across. And I am going to go a little thicker. In the middle here. And bring that down a little lower. Just like the photo. That's nice. So I'm going to clean off my BK Beauty 207 and go into this shade here for the inner corner. And her inner corner, I'm also going to wet this with MAC Fix Plus. And her inner corner also goes up above that shade Trust that we use to shape the crease. So I'm going to bring that in the inner corner and then bring it up with what's left on the brush slightly above. So it's like very stark. And then with what's left on the brush, I'm going to bring it up just a tad. It's looking good. I'm going to go into this bottom right shade. And I am cleaning off my brush in between shades. And she has this shimmer right in the center here. And I feel like she also has the same shade that she used in the inner corner right here, just a little bit. So in looking at the photo, it looks like the further you get on the lower lash line to the outer part of the eye, the shadow goes up more and there's more pink. So I'm going to clean this up just a bit with my Boing concealer. This is my holy grail spot concealer. So I'm gonna clean this up to bring the purple higher on this end. And now I'm going to bring the shade Valentine, which was the pink, the light pink shade. And I'm gonna bring that into the lower lash line and buff all this out. And I kept it on the same brush. I just pinched the brush so it fits nicely under the eye. I think that came out nice. So let me also do the brow bone. I'm gonna go in with the same shade that we used on the inner corner and just light this up right here. It looks like it's very strategic. So let me do the other eye off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Both eyes are done as far as shadow goes. So let's go ahead and to finish the eyes. So it looks like she has the upper lash line like tight line. So this is the Sigma. It's a long wear eyeliner pencil in the shade Wicked, which is black. So that is done. And it appears she has a nude liner on her waterline. So I'm going to use the Chantecaille liner in the shade Nude. It's the brightening eye pencil. And she doesn't seem to have any false lashes on. So her lashes are very natural. They are long. I'm just going to go with what gives me the most subtle look since my lashes are naturally longer and fuller than what hers look like. They are already curled and I'm going to use the e.l.f. Waterproof Length and Volume Mascara. So this is more of a everyday. I don't feel this gives much volume or length, and it gives a little length, but it definitely doesn't give much volume, which is what I'm going for since she has a very natural lash look. It does separate them very well. She does appear to have a lot of mascara on the lower lash line. So I'm just gonna wiggle that in there. So there's the eye look with mascara and liner. So let's move on to cheeks. So I feel she has a very peachy pink. So I'm gonna use the Dior Rose Montaigne. And I don't feel she has on any bronzer or contour. Like, it's just, let's just blush it up. And I feel it's very strategically placed. I mean, it doesn't go out this far. So here's the blush. This is the Rose Montaigne. I feel like that's the perfect blush shade. So for highlighter, I'm going to use the Becca Opal. I feel it's the whitest that I have, even though it's not that white. And based on the pictures, she has some highlight here in the apples of her cheeks and going up. And she also has it right here. And she has a tad bit on the tip of her nose and right here. I don't have the nose she has. It's not tiny and perky, but so that may work for her. It doesn't work for me, but it's a nailed it look. It's not Eileen's look. So I'm going to place the highlighter in the same place over here and on the chin. She does appear to have highlighter on the chin. I don't typically like highlighter in the apples of my cheeks because I have enlarged pores, but it's okay. And for lipstick to tie it together, I'm going to use the Dior Rose Montaigne, since she looks like she has, it looks a lot like this shade. So here's the final look, completed. So what do you think? Do you think I nailed it, or do you think I failed it? Leave it down in the comments, and please make sure you check out the other content creators. And until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.